Hi there, welcome back. I hope that you enjoyed the first session from Shri about her experiences in the tech industry. Just to recap, just a quick one. She started off as a reseller, that is serving the end customer. Then after a year, she went into distributors, where she stayed for about 5 years. And that's where she did not sleep for 5 years even.
And she lost her friends.
And lost her friends, yeah. Okay. So today, what we're going to have, we're going to hear from her again. Alright, and the next phase, that is when from distributors, she went into tech vendors a few years back. Alright, so Shri, please tell us more.
So after distributor, I was deciding right now, stay as a distributor and keep losing my sleep and losing my friends, friends can't stand by it. Oh, the thing, I think at age, I think I probably look better now than then.
Yes. Okay, that should be okay.
So technology vendors will be the likes of Cisco System, IBM, Juniper Network, Palo Alto Network, AWS, Google, Salesforce. These are
AWS is
Amazon Web Services.
Okay.
So these are all technology vendors, right? So they own the product. They own the product. They own the IP of it, right? Although certain components in their devices may have to get it from like a chip manufacturer, but there are some of these that manufacture their own. And of course, people like Google, AWS, they are more cloud organization. As you know, I think over the past 1 year, a lot of things has been in the cloud. 5-6 years ago, people don't know what is the cloud. When you talk about cloud, everybody just go for cloud lah. They know what cloud is, right? But I think in today's context, people understand what cloud is. And with COVID-19 pandemic, I think a lot of things has been shifted to the cloud because I think consumers are looking at owning less, right? Less operating costs, less OPEX, and having more outsource and managed service. So I moved to a tech vendor. You like something, you want to do something, network your way in. Meaning, before that job is advertised, right? You should already have submitted your CV to the hiring manager. Okay? And don't be shy. If you are shy, you will never ever get a job. Okay? Don't need to be shy. If you want the job so badly, find your ways to go and ask who can you send in your application to, right?
Really thick skin.
Yeah, because by the time it's being published, it's a process. But yeah, network. So yes, because when I was in the distributor, I was representing and selling very niche products. So I went into one of their company. Right, so I joined Palo Alto Networks. At that point of time, it was pre-IPO.
Wow.
Okay. So it was a startup. I was probably the first female employee in Singapore, in ASEAN.
Wow.
In ASEAN. Globally, I was employee number 738.
738?
Globally, 738. In Singapore, I think I was employee like 11 or 15, somewhere like that. So it was a startup. Again, you see, hunter, right? You always end up in those startup credit hunt. So I guess it's my nature. I get bored. So I cannot sit there and farm. You have to farm? No lah, not my style. So I was there. It was fun. So very new environment. Again, at that point of time, nobody really know what our technology can do because we were among the front runner, new next gen technology that we were pitching to the industry. A lot of hard work, but very satisfying. Very satisfying. And I had a boss. This one very different. This one likes to be punctual.
Wow.
You remember, right? I had one that was always late. This one likes to be punctual. If I'm late, this one, don't sleep late.
So does he give you a piggy bank?
Don't have. No piggy bank. Lucky. So this was, let's wake up early, sleep early.
Alright.
And where I think okay. So I'm quite appreciative of him because he gave me the opportunity to get into a technology vendor. So again, it's a journey that's not easy. Many try to go in, but I think it's not. If you have no experience, because I was really first time. Again, no experience, but someone gave me the opportunity to go in, right? And to learn. So it's about opportunity and it's about that first chance given, and it's about who is willing to give.
Sure.
So again, I was blessed. So this one you quarrel, right? Settle before sunset. Okay, why sunset? So that at night you can go home and sleep well. Okay, fine. So any team quarrel, unhappiness, go down for a beer, everybody settle before sunset. Happy already? Then can go. Okay, like very structured, very organized. Then here was a bit like all over the place, right? Here become very structured, right? My hours also constantly,
That's right.
But the only difference is over here, because we were so new, organization structure, certain things are not in place. And I was covering ASEAN, right? So my role here is a bit of this two already. Okay? So my role here, I was a channel manager and I was also covering sales. So I was doing a hybrid role. Hybrid meaning, one part of my role, my client base are these two folks here. Another part of my role, my client base are folks from here.
Oh, wow.
So
cover everything that's above you.
Yes. So I have a different lens and different views. So the way it's like, but piece of paper, the puzzle, I can this one place it up. So it was quite fun. I actually enjoyed it because I get to see different spectrum, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, and a lot of learning curve. And
so okay, and like over here, what kind of role are you specifically? How do you define your role over here?
So
sales
was the sales
and sales. Okay.
Direct sales, indirect sales.
Right.
Direct sales means customers,
okay.
Right? But again, we cannot sell direct.
Yes.
In the IT industry, we don't sell direct. We always have to go through a supply chain. It's just that we cover them as a coverage. They are our client. We help them with their solutioning, and then they will have to buy
from the trade.
Right? So that was direct sales. Indirect sales means I work with these two. They are my indirect sales channel more because they will ultimately sell it. So over here, the fun things is we help to build like the academy training center.
Wow.
For them, Palo Alto networks.
Right.
And guess what? Because new company, right?
Yes.
Hard to set. We are facing tough competitors. So we actually and I was covering IHL, okay, education sector.
Higher learning.
So like technically I will go thinking like, how should I sell into this, right? Like tough, so many competitors, new, and everybody has really something. So you know what? I went back to my school.
She's a good student.
Other than a lot of sub paper lah. But some people lah. At the end of the day, you survive. Okay? So I went back, I brought my boss there, I brought my colleagues there, we went to teach, we went to share. And at the end of this whole journey, proud to say that Ngee Ann Polytechnic was among the first 3 academy training center that Palo Alto Networks appointed globally.
Okay.
Yeah. So in Singapore, Nanyang Poly and Ngee Ann Poly.
Right. The 2 ends.
So and the third one was a West school. Okay. So we had MOU signing, etc. So it was quite cool, very fun, very fun journey.
So what do they provide them? How do you work with them?
So what we did was we helped train the lecturers.
Okay.
To refresh, because at that point of time, IDA or now GovTech is looking into a lot of cybersecurity personnel, right? These are up and coming, but again, these are new. A lot of industry folks needs help with upgrading and upscaling.
Sure.
So what we provided for Ngee was the ability to be able to upgrade and upskill the lecturers. Because as you mentioned, of course, we've got special arrangement, but we got MOU signing, by the way. Yeah, so the students were being taught the syllabus, and when they graduate, they will have the knowledge of a spectrum of different cybersecurity skills that was not only tagged to this vendor, right? It can represent any others, and that was what we want to achieve, a more holistic learning for the students. Yeah. So and we also help them to create internship and book prizes. So it was fun. Working in the lectures, seeing the lectures come and learn.
Yeah.
When we were students, then now we see them as real students.
That was how long ago?
2012, 13, 14.
Okay.
2012, 2013, I think we signed that.
Okay, so is the curriculum still running or is it being refreshed
actually,
again?
I'm not sure. I do suspect it could be refreshed because IT industry changes every very much. So it should have been refreshed or revamped, or maybe other vendors have actually go in and sort it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was fun, right? So after that, another interesting thing I learned from here. My mom, you know what my mom tell me? Okay, I use Chinese. 我的女儿是抱住电脑睡觉的。
Translate it if you can.
My daughter hugged her laptop to sleep. That's what she told her friends. And you know why or not? You know why, right? Because here, although my boss...
This you can't sleep. This you sleep with the laptop.
Yeah, you know why? American company, I think a lot of people here learn a lot of things. Network. A lot of my clients that I've met from here, from end customer, from reseller, from distributor, continue working with me, supported me. So really grateful to them because it's a contact that you keep for the show, right? You may not service them anymore, but always still keep in touch. Whether it's remembering their birthdays, wedding anniversaries, can remember, cannot remember, it's okay. How many kids they have, if you can remember, it's a bonus. Okay. Then where were they from? Because they move. You move, right? I move, right? These people move also.
Yes.
So I cannot lose my contact list. I'll die. I'll cry.
Not contact you. Don't lose your phone because everything is your phone. I hope that you sit in the car. Yes, of course.
So knowing what your client likes to eat is important because sometimes when you do entertainment, so yeah, my job I eat a lot. And that's also at a health risk. By the way, I had a gallbladder operation. Halfway through this thing.
How are you?
I'm okay. Survive, don't worry. Without gallbladder, you can survive. Anybody who is watching this, going through that dilemma, do I remove my gallbladder because I got stones, I got pain, I got this, or you want to find out more about what is a gallbladder pain? You can come and talk to me. Okay? I have been through that because I was wrongly diagnosed for 10 years. Apparently I started having it since I was in holidays, but nobody detected it until 10 years later. So I went through it, I went through the operation, I had great surgeons, I had great doctors, great care, and I survived that. Right? So anybody want to talk to me? Free
advice.
Free advisory, no charge. Okay?
Alright.
So after that I quit, after 2 years I quit. My last day was I think on the Chinese New Year, right after return from Chinese New Year. So
and what is your free time?
Yeah, then I even hosted the help to deal with the management setting up the Chinese New Year lunch for my bosses on my last day. After I hand over the laptop, I go to the hotel. See, today is my last day, by the way, everybody. But I'm just happy to look after this event, right? Because it was my event, I was just completing it. So I told right?
Yeah.
I got associate from here call me. Hey, you don't stay at home, you come out and work.
Wow, so now they hunt you. Okay.
So my friends become friends already, right?
Yes.
So you stay at home, you become molded. You better come out.
Sure.
Don't stay home too long.
That's right.
So in between here, I got a spare. So I was in Anna, W, and W. Okay. So here got one gap. Then after that I go to the So this gap here, I do consulting work.
Okay.
Part-time consulting work. I think I was working on 2-3 days a week.
Okay.
Few hours a day.
That's on your own or you are attached to
Attached to somebody. So my friends here wanted me to help train some new salespeople.
Okay.
Right? Experience doing that, do a bit of work, help to connect network.
Yes.
Still be in touch. Okay? You can
Okay.
do, but you must still be in touch. Okay? By being in touch means you can do, but keep your antenna long.
Yes. Scan.
Long, can scan here, scan there, but you keep it long. Knows what's going on in the industry. Knows what are the changes that is going on, right? Because that helps you in your next job search.
Sure.
My boss, one of my boss here, the one that made me sleep early, wake up early one, can you go to one of the big boys, go and swim in the shark tank. Then I was like, here people tell me, keep your desk clean, have everything in your bag, be prepared to leave. Here tell me, go and swim in the sea with a shark or shark tank, go and get torn and pull apart. It's like, I always get it's not advice. But then, it's not a bad advice. It's actually good advice. The reason why I was given that is because I was new here. I don't understand how to play the politics. So naturally I get scratched up, torn, pulled apart. Right? And the best place to, you really want to learn, you must go to the big boys because small company versus big boys, different playground. Small playground, big playground. Cannot go to the big boys without connection. So
who got you? Who got you? How you got in the contact then?
So I saw a role that
Okay.
I like, right?
Right.
That I think I will do well. I think I will do well. I don't even know whether I will do well or not, but I think I will do well. So I got my contact from the distributor. And one gave my name from two companies. One of them gave my name to the hiring manager. The other one said, why don't you? The other one gave me the email address to the hiring manager. Send your CV across to me. Okay, so I got 3 different big boss from the distributor who helped me get in. Right? So I got in not through an internal referral. I got it through an external referral, business referral from them. So I got in. My first interview was when I was holidaying and the winery some more. Then they called me. I said, so the process was very interesting. My interview process was very interesting. Typical interview process in a technology, and minimum 4 rounds, maximum can be 8 rounds, 9 rounds. Okay. So some will space it out, some will back to back, right? And reason leaders, you need to meet the recruiter, or we call it now talent acquisition. You need to meet your hiring manager. You need to meet your hiring manager boss. Then after that, you need to meet your peer. Your peer, your team or somebody who you are. Then you need to meet maybe your stakeholder, people who you have to deal with, right? And sometimes they ask your potential client to also come and chip in. So you meet different people depending on your role. So I was lucky, I think I only had 4 rounds. After every interview, always send a thank you email. Whether or not you think you will be successful, send your thank you email. And also send a note to your referral. Say that you've done this, you've met this person, you're going for the job. Just to give them a heads up what's going on, because technology vendor they like to do referral. And they don't call the people you put in that CV. They check which company you're from before, who are your client base before they can do random check. Okay? So always let a thank you note and a note to whoever will refer you. Okay? But again, I got in. So that's where I am now. 6 years.
How many years already?
6 years.
Wow.
6 years plus already.
That's longer than the previous jobs. Why most of the the enjoyment down here in this part? The current one that
So my
you're
current one, 6 years plus, I've done 3 roles.
Okay.
I've changed role. By the way, I get bored. You know, right? After being a mentor for so many
After
years,
hearing you for the
I
last,
get very bored very easily one.
and we know that for the last many years.
Yeah, I cannot sit still, right? So I was in the same role for 3 years.
3 years.
Right? So in the first role, my client base was only 5 partners, 5 clients or 6, 5 or 6 which are this group, okay, the resellers group. So I had about 5 or 6 of them. They were among the top 15 for my organization. 1 or 2 of them got a lot of problem. First day I go in, people complain to me, your client hello, day one I don't even know what's going on with them. So that's the interesting part, but you have to learn how to ignore this noise. Don't listen to only one side. Never listen to only one side. Always take out a blank piece of paper, draw your mind map, or draw whatever map you want to do, right? But analyze the situation. Listen to all and analyze it. You must have your own opinion. You cannot have others' opinion. You must observe, understand, do your interviews. Interview people, find out, talk to people, find out what's going on, what's the problem, right? What is the problem statement? If you know what's the problem statement, you find the root cause, you find the solution.
Wow.
You don't know what's the problem statement, people just bring you round and round and round, and every day you just problem, right? It's not about resolution. So I always hunt for the hunter again, problem statement to solve. That's why I also become problem solver lah. So it was fun. Then after that, I got the opportunity. So that one was a Singapore role. After that, I got the opportunity to move to a regional role, Asia Pacific. Yeah. So then 2 years after that, okay lah. February this year, 24th Feb, I moved to a new role. Okay. So this role was interesting because previously when I moved to regional role, I was doing this role. But then halfway through, the department decided they want to fund this role anymore. So tech vendors happens very frequently. Today got money to fund you, tomorrow money to fund you. So they don't fund me, so the role moved to somebody else. So they give me something else to do. I do lah, right? So you know who? My client top. Okay, so in globally we have some very big. I think everyone knows all the major Indian clients, right? The big boys. I think there's about 7 of them. I've got 5 of them. Most died because the time zone Asia Pacific time zone they are based everywhere, not only in Singapore. Some of them based in US, you also have to deal with them. In UK, you also have to work with them. My time zone is 3 time zone, 3 region coverage. But it was fun because I get to know people from all over. I've learned to be more conscious of the culture. Working with Indian clients very different, but they are very smart. Very smart. So I have a very good set of Indian clients who are really smart. Very innovative.
Right.
Very persevering. They are very determined and very innovative. So it was fun. Learn from them a lot. Then my current role, then I moved. So my current boss, I really like my current boss. And my role now is very interesting. It fits into COVID-19 situation very well. So my current role is focusing on managed services. Managed services means, right, if people, client now, they want to own the gears, they want to own the equipment, so they are looking at just buying the service. Pay as you use. I use this amount, I pay for this, like your utilities lah. You pay for how much you use, right? So my current role is I work with the telcos, then I get like to package bundle. So many services. So COVID-19, very easy. My work from home start in March. Sit there and do backside pain.
So it's still busy?
Still busy, because we are closing our H1.
Okay.
February start H2, and my team is growing.
Wow.
So Q1 we did very well. So we got investment. We can hire people. Happiness
More sleep, W?
Yeah, okay. I don't get my sleep by 10:30 p.m. now. I sleep by 12 a.m.
Okay.
So, but I don't have to plug my laptop to sleep lah. So
you have your own bolster.
pros and cons, and I don't have to do a lot of late night calls. I think my boss been very nice to me, so he limited some of the late night calls. He said he will do it instead of I do.
Sure.
This one, I also have quite a crazy boss. I always cannot crazy boss one, but this one is a good crazy. This one, after going to the hospital, do a nice stitch already, he go back home, he turn on the video and everything. Yeah, so IT industry in a nutshell.
Yeah, man. In less than 40 minutes, alright? Actually, I was really enriched by all this information. I didn't even know about this until today. What's that? Okay.
My current company. This one not the security guard.
It is.
Not the Paya security guard. Because my mama, I was in the company for 1 year. She said, hey, send me to my office is there, right? I said, no, mommy, my office at that time was
That's a different Cisco.
It's a different Cisco.
The security, and this is IT
networking
company. There's a difference.
Not the uniform.
So, Shui, thank you very much for sharing in 40 minutes to get a glimpse about a life experiences in the last, I think, more than 12 years here. Now, just curious for people out there to know, how do you what does it take to move from one level to another? Do you need to upgrade yourself? Do you need to go back to school? Do you need a certain kind of certification?
So in IT, I think earlier we talked about it, is that it's always learning, right? Whether through webinars, online, every tool now is online, or you attend courses, or you talk to people.
Right.
So, and our technology evolves so fast now, I think it's every 3 months we learn, right? So in most of the technology vendors, there will be a learning department that will kind of force you to take classes, courses, so different company has different style, but most of them has some form of learning curriculum that the individual would have to take.
Okay. Now, out of this, the 12 years or so, any downside? I know you have shared a lot, right?
Any downside?
Yeah. A lot. Yeah.
Can cry one. Really can every day go there and cry one.
So moving forward, what do you have in mind for the next 5-10 years? Where do you see yourself going?
So that's a question I had coincidentally just last week with a new mentor that I'm starting a process with.
Yes.
Right. So I've always been an individual contributor, and I like it because no pressure, I don't have to be accountable for somebody's livelihood, right? But I have virtual team, extended team that I have to look after, making sure that they succeed, but not the director, right? So I think at the next 5 years, okay, maybe take a step back. COVID-19 helped me learn something.
That's right.
The company so this year a lot of companies went through restructuring. Okay? I think typical restructuring, streamlining. So one of the streamlining we had was early retirement.
Okay.
Early retirement package, guess at what age? 50.
50? Wow.
So 50 years old, you kind of eligible for early retirement. So I'm counting, I'm not far from 50 leh. I think a few more years.
50.
A few more years only lah. So if now 2020, you can let people go at 50 is considered early retirement. I think in 5 years time maybe it's become 45 then. So I need to think of something to do, because if I continue to be an individual contributor, it can be a risk. Okay. So that's one. Second is, if I remain in this industry, it's also a risk. Right. So these are areas that I'm looking at now. That's why I'm getting that mentorship. Two mentors now.
Okay.
Quite greedy, because both of them in different skill set. Always find mentors that can help you to elevate your weaknesses or to strengthen your strength. And never just stick to one, because different style, different skill set you need to learn from.
Are they within the organization?
These two are within the organization, right? But different function. And both very 老教啊.
Experience.
Okay, experience. Sorry, yeah. This one multi-language, right? So learning, but definitely need to upskill. Next step is probably really to move out from an individual contributor.
So what would be the takes? I mean, again, enlighten me, from individual contributor to what after that?
To people manager.
People manager. So it's more on the management leadership track then.
But then you all go by grades. You want jump, cannot jump like that. You must jump grade by grade.
Right. Okay.
So must start somewhere. I have many friends who got let go this year. So we kind of talk about it like expected. Tech industry usually every year at least one round. It's quite common across all the tech industry to do restructuring. We don't call it replacement. We call it restructuring.
Because sizing, restructuring, all the terminology.
It's not that you are no good. Okay, so it's not that you are no good. The company going through restructuring, your role is not required now. We are going to merge it. And when you go through restructuring, honestly, it's not because you are the least performance. Remember, if you ever kena laid off, right, it's not because it may not be because you are not good. It may be because you are too good, or it may be because you are too expensive, okay, most expensive. But if you look at it from the positive way, right, the most like. The most like means your boss help you take a package so that you can go and enjoy life. I've learned through all the different coaches, mentors, courses, it's no longer about performance. You can be the top salesperson, but you may also be being very good. Because it could be because you're just too expensive. Right?
Your company cost is a key factor.
And in my current role, I think I get exposed to some of this planning and strategy planning stuff. So it's good.
So you get the insights how the organization thinks.
Yeah, and how you have to plan for your account, fight for it when fight. If the region only have X dollars, so many department one headcount, how to prioritize? So everybody must go and pitch the best story lah.
So as we are saying goodbye to 2020 and we are welcoming 2021, how do you see the landscape for 2021?
It will still take a while for industry to pick up. I think every morning you just wake up, check the stock market, you know where already. So things are still moving, because at the end of the day we don't know where this whole COVID-19 is.
I mean, we are fortunate in Singapore, alright. The numbers are very low, we are managing it well, but the countries outside Singapore, there's still a challenge for them.
I miss traveling lah.
Okay, that's another thing, likewise.
Because I cover Asia Pacific region, then if I don't travel, I don't meet my client face to face, it's quite tough.
It's only Zoom, but there's a difference between meeting Zoom and physical.
Correction, not Zoom, WebEx.
Oh, WebEx.
Sorry,
there's another one, the product by Cisco is WebEx.
Zoom, my friendly competitor.
Okay.
Although I still
so censor that was, okay, so no Zoom.
It's okay.
WebEx.
It's okay, can. We are friendly competitor. I have friends there.
Serving the community, the people out there. Alright, so we have options.
Friends. Never kill your competitor to the end. Always give them a bit of time to eat. People must bring bacon home to the family.
So Shri, if you can share with us, alright, what's the one tagline, your personal tagline or motto that you have that drives you or inspires you every day?
I think I have a few. Okay. Maybe I give.
Sure.
One is
a few. Wow, is that a long list? Or?
It's not very long list. I think at the end of the day, we need to build our own branding.
Okay.
What do you want to be known as?
Yes.
Right. Branding is important. Be authentic.
Authentic.
Yeah. Authentic.
Authenticity.
I think that's key because people can see whether you're authentic or not.
That's right.
Whether you are a smoke screen, full of bullshit person or being authentic, right? And it's okay to be real. Right. And I think at times you can be vulnerable, but depends on the situation, Yes. So authenticity, being vulnerable, and having your own branding is key. And always learning. You have to constantly be learning.
Last tagline, if we have shared with you, do you live to work or work to live? Last time means how long ago?
Time in the distributor, I probably work to live right? But as I grow older, I realize that I think
as you're more mature, not older.
Yes, I'm more mature. I think sleep is important to me. Family time is important to me. Friends is important to me. Work-life balance is important to me.
Back.
So it's more of live to work, I guess.
Live to work.
I think your perspective changed as you as you journey.
Different stage of your life.
So
you see differently. Okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope the last an hour or so that you have actually enjoyed the session. So for me, I actually learned a lot today in an hour session about tech companies, alright, the different levels. But from Sri itself, actually I learned this. One, we need to be very resilient. That's R. There's another one that I actually picked up from the session today is about opportunities. And from what I see at different levels, opportunities given, as what they say, the cliche, opportunity knocks one. So when the opportunity knocks, you better open the door and let it move in. Alright. And the other one that is what she just said is about learning. Keep on learning because the world is changing so far. It's another cliche, but we know that, but what are we doing? It's about all action. We know that we need to learn, we need to upskill, but are we doing something about it? So keep on learning, upskilling yourself, and don't just learn within your industry, learn from beyond your industry, from different people. And how do you learn? There's another one that leads to another one, from your network.
Yes.
And this is something I also agree with her, that is about networking. To where we are today is actually your network will bring you. Alright? And last but not least, enjoy what you're doing, and that's your passion. Enjoy what you are doing. Okay, it's not just about the monetary. Yes, money is important, but it's beyond that. We need to live. Let's be real. We need to put food on the table. But if you can enjoy, that will drive you every day in your life. So that when you're much mature, you can do that. I've been there, done that, and make a difference to other people. So Sri, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sharon.
It's a great pleasure to have you. For I think more than 30 years, all right, seeing her growing to different levels. Alright, and I'm very proud to have you today, and I'm sure the audience too are very proud to have you. And I'm sure there's a lot of questions, so should you have any questions about how to be in the tech industry, what it takes to be in the tech industry, to drop a line, and she will be able to...
I'm happy to mentor too.
Yes. Oh yes. So she offers that, so please do. So tune in again to the next session. Please tune in to the channel or the Yes podcast. Alright, wishing you in advance Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. Bye.